Hi, I'm Rose, an admin on Warren and the owner of the server. Some of the other admins took a moment to introduce themselves in the video and yap a bit about some of the things they specialize in during the creation of Warren. And while I can't super go into depth about mine, I wanted to do an additional little small hello. This is what I do along with the several other parts of this video where you have to listen to me talk. I'm so sorry. The thing I focused on a lot during the creation and running of Warren is the story and the world building. I heavily enjoy world creation and ensuring there's always something for people to do in the background or something for people to learn and look at, especially here in this kind of environment, is one of my, I want to say passions, but it's something it's a passion. It's a very big passion of mine. A vast majority of the things I implement follow a lot of psychological studies or theories in philosophy, and I love building off the improv work the rest of the team and our players do, as well as bouncing off backstories or new kind of in-the-moment ideas that people have. I can't go super in depth, like I said, but a large part of the story creation for me is taking the time to make sure there's always a way people can incorporate their own ideas and interpretations, especially when it comes to themes and understanding of what I'm putting in there. Ensuring most things have different ways they can be looked at, especially by players and their characters, to create this kind of variety of perspective is always my favorite part about story building. I like making sure everyone can kind of come up with their own idea of what things mean. Even if I think or know it means something else, I like being able to let other people come up with their own stories and their own understanding of it. I also wanted to take a moment to say that I love and adore my admin team, and I love and adore our players, and having everyone here and being able to work on this project with everyone and see their ideas and get to participate with it has been probably one of the best parts of my year. Warren doesn't feel like work, no matter how much of that I put into it, and no matter how many hundreds of hours I spend on that server. It just feels like a fun project that I'm doing with my friends, and I couldn't be happier getting the chance to do this. I've met so many wonderful people through Warren, and people I can't imagine never meeting or never getting the opportunity to talk to and hang out with. I'm beyond glad to be able to continue the story of some of these characters and to be able to build new ones with new people. I love seeing the direction people take, and I love getting to be a part of that and tell the story alongside them. I don't want to get too sappy here, but I love Warren, and I love the people I get to spend my time with now. September 7th, 2024, 7 p.m. EST was the first livestream launch of WarrenSMP, and thus its official release. The building for it had started back in April, with the server actually being purchased and worked on sometime in May. Warren originally had started as a half joke, nothing more than an idea we were bouncing around the word maybe about. This was primarily because the admin team and the idea originated from a server we had all previously been a part of, but had been abruptly ended around the 9th of March due to the server owner's actions causing a mass leave of the server. While we had all left the server, we had been super attached to the characters, and the story not the world carried, but the characters. Everyone from the server had temporarily kind of held up in a hangout server, so a majority of us at least could keep in contact, and the joke of running it back but better was made quite often. Eventually, some of us started genuinely talking about it, and talking about it turned into messing with mods, and then messing with mods ended up being building together on a single-player world that we just shared through Essentials, and then building together on that turned into me making a purchase and us getting to genuine work. The Discord server was officially made sometime around April 27th, I believe, with players from the old server that had mass left being invited early May and being allowed to filter in as they please from the Hangout server. We spent months building and curating the world, me focusing a lot on the story elements of Warren especially, and working with everyone including ideas we tossed around into the makeup of our world and the creation of how things work. This is primarily because I wanted to make sure our players had things to see, things to discover, which we didn't really have very much of before. The story had been driven solely by the players, and while it very much still is in the hands of the players here on where things go, it's actually built to be that way, and there is story for them to find and follow along the way. We put out applications, invited our additional players, and settled them in as we all selected a date to start. WarrenSMP is the first Minecraft project I've ever owned or really hosted, and I've so genuinely enjoyed working on it and getting to do things with our team and players. I've met so many people through Warren that I just genuinely love getting to hang out with as, like, normal people. I've adored getting to see people flesh out characters and have them experience such interesting developments and conflicts. I integrate a lot of psychology and philosophy into my story building and mechanics, as those are topics I just genuinely really enjoy researching and getting to implement. And initially, I had been worried that some of those things wouldn't super be enjoyed or be picked up on, but I'm really glad to see a lot of people get genuinely invested into those aspects of Warren. WarrenSMP, my favorite social experiment. Getting to see everyone's creativity and write their own stories and play their own characters through Warren has genuinely been one of my favorite experiences ever. I adore my admin team, I adore the hazmats we have helping us out, and I adore our players and the stories they tell through our funny little Minecraft server. And I can't wait to see what everyone cooks up next. Until then, though, enjoy the rest of this 1 year of Warren celebration video we put together.
Hi all, Dyer here. I just thought I'd drop in and just say thank you. Like, thank you from the bottom of mine and all the other admins' hearts. For one whole year of Warren. Oh my god. It took us a good while to get out of that prologue, but not pointing little fingers here. But honestly, like, I couldn't be happier with everything that's gone on, everything that is going on, and the fact that we still have more planned. You guys have exceeded every expectation that I have thought of continuing this project from what we used to be. You guys have really, really, like, done a madness for all of us. I'm so happy. To be able to be doing this project with some of my fucking dearest best friends. Being able to blink my little eyes at some people and they go, "What are you doing?" You guys are awesome, and I'm so happy to be able to call all of you my friends and just people I love so much in the most platonical way. But thank you for 1 year. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's all I can say. We're going 10 years, baby! 10 years!
Hi, I'm Pink. I'm one of the other admins on WarrenSMP. I'm mainly in charge of the artwork and promotion areas of Warren, and not to mention, I curate and led the making of the ARG website. I'm the admin and co-founder of the Sector V area, and I play many different characters between both sectors. You may know me as Atalanta in Sector V or Caldera in Sector W, along with many various voices and entities mixed in with a bunch. And as for my personal favorite, I play the big bad Dr. Ironbones, or just more commonly referred to as Bones. But let's get into this. Today I'll be going over some of the major design choices I made while designing the doctors, and in general my process of making unique but cohesive designs. We'll start with Azalea. Being the head of the botanical division, I knew I wanted to sprinkle in obviously aspects of flora and various greens and browns to show that off a bit. And that being said, I still wanted to keep a professional, snappy design. Something fashionable, but staying in those guidelines. I gave him a half up, half down hairstyle so that the half that was up could look like a blooming flower bud, and with the ombre layers going down, looking somewhat like bushes or shrubbery. A huge piece of the doctor's design in general is I wanted shape and form language to really shine through, with the added bonus of each doctor having a fairly noticeable silhouette. So, for Azalea, Azalea is meant to be very elongated and bendy and bouncy. Next up, we have Dr. Blank. We're bringing in big casino vibes. A fun nod to his backstory and, statistics. Also the only doctor who doesn't wear a lab coat, because he doesn't really need to. When first designing him, I tried to envision what his day-to-day would look like, so the more laid-back but professional look suited him well. His bangs draw a striking attention to his 8-ball eye, and yes, it is a fully functional 8-ball. I will not be taking further questions. I wanted to give him a snarky trickster aura to him, a bit of a bad boy, impulsive and conniving, so I, like any sane woman, gave him piercings and specifically snake bites. We're moving on to Grimaldi. If Luban is the human giving me prompts, I am the lowly AI generator. This one I just did as I was told, so not much to say on my part, but later down the line, Lou drew him a lot bulkier than the other doctors, and I think that's fun. Take his twin card away. On to my personal favorite design, Dolly. Going into the design process, mentally, I already had a pretty good idea for Dolly. Though Dolly was actually designed and written much earlier than the concept of Warren. That being said, I only had a few sketches of Dolly, and so later on when Dolly would be placed as a notable villain in Warren, I knew I need to flesh out the design a bit more. The main concepts surrounding Dolly were that she was cute and seemingly not super dangerous compared to those around her. I felt like she was the perfect display of wolf in sheep's clothing, so I wanted to display that in her design. Not super obvious about it, but noticeable enough. The lower parts of her hair are lighter and resemble sheep's wool, while the top is darker and pulled into two drill buns to resemble wolf ears. I am still to this day super, proud of that idea, and I will not ever live it down. The high I felt of that idea, I will never live it down. And lastly for Dolly, we're back to the concept of shapes. Dolly's most noticeable piece of her design is her hair, and it really overtakes most of her silhouette. Once again, on purpose. Because if you really look at the inside silhouette of the main body, she bears a lot of triangles and sharp edges. Her shoulders are very square and coat incredibly stiff. I'm not sure how to explain it, but here's all the triangles I managed to put into her design. Finally, last but not least, Dr. Bones. Weirdly, there's not a huge amount to say about her. I made her design rather simple because she's practical, though the long hair says otherwise. She's perfect but has a scar running over her left eye. Just some visual contradictions. For the one major thing I have to mention about Bones is her hair. It's not super consistent, so don't flame me for this, but the loose piece of the hair and the parting of her bangs, and the upward tips of her bangs, are supposed to vaguely resemble demon horns. Once again, just fun nods to character stuff. And that's about it in terms of the doctors. Unfortunately, I don't have 5+ hours to talk about all the designs I've done for Warren, but I hope this was a fun look into my side of stuff. And I hope you all enjoyed this little segment of mine. I don't know what's next, but take it away, boys.
I don't actually know how to start this video, but hi, hello, this is Lubun, or the Bunlet, or the really long version with a bajillion different names. But this is Lou, going admin mode to talk about some behind the scenes stuff, because the 1 year of the server opening is upon us, and Rose wanted to have everyone sort of join in and say something special about the server, and I have a lot of special things I want to say about the server. I'll put something in the background of this whenever I'm not showing images directly of what I'm talking about, either some sort of speed paint or perhaps screenshots from behind the scenes that I want to show off. But first, the first thing I really want to talk about is just glowing things to say about everyone in the server, whether they haven't been here the entire time, whether they're from our first batch, whether they're from our second batch, every single person and every single person on our staff. I can't say enough how much I appreciate all of the love and no, that's not what I meant to say. The love and support everyone has put into this project. This has been such a wonderful time so far, even with just a year under our belts, to get to play with these people, to see what they like, to have really funny and cool moments, to maybe scare them a little bit, just a little bit. It's been wonderful, and I can't express how grateful I am to every single person who has put an ounce of love into this project, or who's even the people who have just been on the Twitter, who've just been like showing support in other ways, people who've just tuned in to anyone's streams for an amount of time, or have shown anything to the Twitter account or other socials. It truly means a lot to me, the love that everyone's poured in, and I can't wait to see what everyone does in the future, and I can't wait to see where we sort of expand the story and everything from here. I know Rose's section of this video is kind of talking about one of the mechanics of one of the entities that he plays, and I'm sure some of the others are probably talking entities too, but I want to do something different for my behind the scenes stuff because I don't know, it just felt like a good time to talk about it, and it's one of the things that I really like that I contributed personally to the server, and that's the logo. That's the logo for the server itself. I'm the one who designed it. I'm the one who went through the process, did a whole thing about it. It's one of the things that outside of like Warren is one of my passions, and it's one of the things that I am so glad, I'm so happy with how it turned out. So the cool thing about the logo is that there actually was a handful of different designs at first. And fun fact as well, I when I was looking for inspiration in the initial days, before the rest of the admins other than Rose knew about the Twitter, I accidentally found the Twitter while I was looking up inspiration from other past SMPs that were called Warren. Didn't find any that still had a Twitter, but I did find our Twitter. I'll have to see if I can find the screenshot of me going into Rose's DMs to very coyly ask about it, but it was a funny moment. But when the initial idea of the name being Warren for the SMP was chosen, I leaned very heavily into the rabbit theme. So as you can see from I dug up a screenshot of the first concepts that I had, which were all digital, which is odd because I never do stuff digitally. You can see that for my concepts, I had a very similar idea of all of them having a rabbit in some way, which works because, you know, that's my whole brand, I suppose. You can see a lot of them were similar on the right, and on the left, a lot of them also had their similarities. But obviously you can tell by the bottom, one of the bottom right ones was the one that we, like, at the end of the day went with. I wanted to show the rabbit symbolism, but I didn't want it to just be a normal rabbit. I wanted to lean into either the uncanniness, the sort of horror factor, or just like the maze itself. So the ones on the left lean more heavily into using the rabbit as a symbol that something is wrong. There's something wrong with these rabbits. There's either they're dead or injured, or they're just not normal. And with the ones on the bottom left especially, I lean into the idea of the canon amount of doctors that we had at the time, because there was only 5 confirmed doctors at the time. In the end, though, we went with one of the designs on the right, closer to the bottom right one. You can see how that progressed from the initial idea to the outline to the actual colored in, and that uses a color very similar to the actual backrooms walls, like the initial idea of the backrooms, those walls. And originally I was going to go in and I was going to, I suppose, expand on every single one of these, just to actually put my foot down and be like, which one do we want to go with? A lot of people on the admin team liked the top left and the bottom right, the maze ones. I was very partial to the maze ones myself, but I'm biased. What can I say? And like I said, originally I was going to make them a couple of different versions for the admins to look at. But when I actually started messing with the logo itself, that's not what happened. I absolutely just fell in love with the maze rabbit. And so the first thing I did with the maze rabbit is that I went in on the left side because I wanted to get that first base, the shape, correct. And as soon as I did that side, I fell in love with it. I really liked how it was turning out even before I had the right side in. I wasn't sure about them being on the same level, though. So when I fully finished the right and left side and didn't have the variations on color or anything like that, I sort of offset them and put them closer together so they would read closer as a face. And I think that really turned out better for it, honestly. I think that turned out better for the design itself. I added the sort of graffiti like drips to it, the messiness, because in my head this wasn't really the doctors making a symbol. I think if the doctors made a symbol, if the doctors were the one to, or the corporation behind what the doctors do, if they were the ones to make a logo, it would be nice, it would be refined. I feel like this was adopted because of subjects, of safe zoners, of people in the past. Why they would use this symbol? I don't know. Maybe that's something that we'll expand upon in the future. Maybe there's something to that. From there, though, it expanded into trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the actual, like, text version. I wanted to have the logo itself be good for icons and thumbnails and the like, but I wanted to have a text version for banners and other sort of promotional things. And so that's what this was about. Originally, there was a couple of different ideas, but I leaned heavily into it having the halves. As like you can see on the left, there's the one half, and then I slowly brought the right half in on the other side as well to sort of frame it together. And around this time, this is also when I came up with the Pride logo, which, fun fact, was going to be one of many. There's a possibility these might get used, especially as we come up on this year and come up on the idea of expanding on the concepts that we threw at the players in the first year. These designs in particular are Halloween ones. It's a little sneak peek for you guys to see the sort of little variations that might be had. And hey, if I actually did decide to put a speed paint in the background of this, maybe you might see another one. Who knows? Yeah, other than that, the font for the Warren, it's actually based on... I'll throw the name of the font that I use as a base right here on the screen. But the font that was used is actually a free font because I wanted to make sure that anyone could use it without having any issues with font copyright. Which is maybe one of the things that only I worry about, but, you know. Sometimes you gotta be a little bit careful. And other than that, though, I wanted to make sure that the logo, like the icons, the banners, everything was free for our players to use as well and work on and sort of expand off of, because I love seeing what players make with the stuff, but also in case they needed to use it for their own thumbnails, their own creative endeavors. I didn't want to sort of gatekeep that off. I wanted to make sure that it was accessible so that way they could be like, hey, here's my YouTube thumbnail, here's my fan art that uses the logo, here's this fake document that has it plastered on the bottom. And unfortunately, there isn't really that much else for me to talk about. Overall, like I said, I really liked how it turned out. I was very, very happy. I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I think it's pretty great. And I hope you guys do as well. Other than that, though, I think that's all I have to say on my end. Like I said, I appreciate everyone who's given even an ounce of love to this project or an ounce of support. And I can't wait to see what happens next. So with that, I go back to terrorizing the players. I don't know if I'm handing this off to the next person, or if this is just gonna be the end of the Yap sessions. So I'll see you guys on the server. Peace out.
Hi! I let people decide what behind-the-scenes yap they received. This means they got to choose one of my rooms, entities, mechanics, etc., and I get to disclose a little more information about it. Not all of it, obviously, but at least a large majority of it. And they chose what they've been calling the Sin Rooms, so we're going to dive right on into that. The room and its other variations, the room of virtue and of question, originate from an individual known as the Archivist. Now, the characters haven't quite met this guy yet, but they've heard bits and pieces about them from files in the Sin Room and from a disc that they were given as a reward for answering its question in the first room that they found from it. The Archivist deals very heavily in information, whether it's factual or opinion, and it tends to be very particular on what they share. This is what the rooms are for. Starting with the Room of Sin, one of the sides of the balancing scale, this room utilizes the Archivist's perception of the 7 deadly sins in order of its personal preference or perception of usefulness. This starts with greed. While commonly people state all sin is rooted in pride, the Archivist perceives this a lot differently. While pride is a great motivation force for many sins, it's often desire that pushes an individual forward. Greed, to the Archivist, is the desire not for a definite end goal, but a desire to keep wanting, to keep chasing and gaining more. A man driven by greed for wealth does not stop when he hits a certain number, he keeps going, he tests the limits. It's something that is never satiated, never fully able to be put to rest, and that's the best part about it to the Archivist. To keep wanting is to keep going, to have a never-ending purpose, a constant motivation. Greed is important because if we never wanted so hungrily, we would never know to keep pushing the limits. Second would be pride. The Archivist perceives this as a great driving force, though they technically have 2 views on this one. Pride rooted in oneself can motivate a person to keep looking for ways to validate and protect whatever aspect they take pride in. Being able to prove that they've reason to be in such a position or flaunt such aspects of themselves is often a prideful man's favorite thing to do. Not because they think there's any need to prove themselves, but because they most times are convinced or simply know that they've reason to have such a stance on themselves and others should too. Pride rooted in gaining it from others is a little different. It perceives this as a form of dependency, leeching off of others as a way to prove to itself and to others that these are specific aspects of themselves that they can take pride in or that others should take pride in. It's a way to feel validated and seen, but it's still a form of pride. People who are prideful, often in some way, shape, or form, look down on others who do not share the similar qualities or do not understand or agree with the stance that they are taking on it. This often leads to some sort of conflict, whether social or physical, and can at times lead to wrath or envy. Many prideful individuals are stubborn in a lot of different ways, and sometimes can become blind to what potential is there. Still, it believes that this is a pretty strong force of sin, and it's seen it get things done. Third would be lust, which the Archivist perceives as more of a self-cannibalistic form of greed, which is why it's down a little lower on its preference scale, but not horribly so. Lust to the Archivist is want, but with a specific goal or result in mind. To genuinely want to hold that thing that you're looking for, but often doing so selfishly and self-consumingly. To leave behind what you had and what you were in order to have what you want, and to be who you think you want to be, or convince yourself you want to be. Often creating husks and shells of individuals as they, even if they don't realize it, obsess so much over what they want things to result in, they pay no mind to the real person they are or the things they want in the in-between. Tunnel vision greed, essentially, that eventually no longer serves purpose once reached, but serves as a very strong drive forward. Fourth would be wrath, something the Archivist perceives as often impulsive and predictably unpredictable, but something incredibly useful when used in the correct times. People who are far more wrathful commonly never stray far from this nature, and they're people who commonly always are destined to find their way back to it, whether they want to or not. Whether this wrath lies in a defensive or offensive nature, it's blinding and pretty much all-consuming every time it appears. But it certainly moves things forward one way or another. Wrath is something people often feign regret for, and something people often reject about themselves, and for this it's lower in the Archivist scale of usefulness, as false regret often holds people in place. Fifth would be gluttony. The archivist perceives gluttony as the indulgence of one's in the moment desires. While this can be helpful as a drive at times, it often has no long term end goal or purpose, and more often than not, only serves as an obstacle for progress in the people around them. While occasional obstacles and tests of progress are good, it's really simply a personal pet peeve of the archivist when motion is halted too long for simple luxuries such as messing with the same things over and over and over again, simply because you want to indulge in it at the moment rather than having any sort of goal or achievement to make at the end of it. Gluttony commonly keeps people from advancing, and thus Archivist considers it on a lower end of the usefulness scale unless it's serving a purpose as a test for others. Sixth would be sloth. The archivist perceives this as an almost avoidance of certain kinds of progress and a lack of drive in certain departments. People who let others tell them what to do or make no effort to think or act on their own and let everyone else do the work for them to exist irritates them to a very large degree. They believe this to similarly be a lack of proper motion and drive. There's no goal and no purpose other than to let others decide that for you, which to the archivist isn't living or being a person, it's simply existing, which are very different to it. Sloth can also be simply the lack of action or pushing further beyond where one stands. For example, someone who claims to know everything often won't allow certain opportunities to be given to learn something new about something they might already know. Anyone can know a fact or an action someone took, but no singular person can know everything about how everyone perceives it or thinks about it. To reject that information as fresh knowledge is to reject the idea that there's ever anything more, and the archivist perceives that as a lack of motion. Seventh would be envy. The archivist hates envy. To the archivist, this sin is pointless. To want something only because you don't have it, to only be motivated by what you lack in the moment, for that to be all you ever are or will be, is to be pointless. To be envious is to only ever be able to rely on someone else to be able to make any sort of motion, to make any moves or take a singular step forward. Without someone there to hold your hand, to hate for something they hold, someone who is envious would simply dangle there uselessly like a puppet with cut strings, and the archivist hates that. I'm not going to go as super in depth on the virtues, the other side of the balancing scale, because this would then take about 20 minutes for me to review, but know that it follows a similar pattern, though with virtue the list is less motivated by motion and more on how useful they are at balancing or nurturing sin. Sin seizes virtue, virtue nurtures sin. To not be entirely consumed by one, you do need the other, though often humanity is always tilting more in one way than the other. Within both the virtue and sin rooms, there will typically be bookshelves that hold different conversation transcripts, notes from the archivists themselves, or just straight up files that can be found. More are typically added over time unless people find ways to upset the archivist in its space. This is commonly done by making attempts to deface the area or by moving books from their original placement. Each room will normally have some sort of question related to sin or virtue that people can answer, and getting as close as you can to the archivist's personal answer can grant small rewards for the players. Additionally, in the sin room, you can ask small questions the archivist may answer the next day through books, these being what sin a person currently primaries in the archivist's opinion. You can also obtain this via characters saying what sin they think they are in the room, what sin a different person is in the archivist's opinion, and clarifications on its opinions. Virtue rooms are set up in the same way, though obviously about virtue rather than sin, and additionally both have different physical setups. Sin rooms will commonly have things such as cameras, TV screens, and monitors, as well as bigger space, while rooms of virtue will have additional loud and bright clutter and lots of desks and paper, but no monitors or cameras. This is more of a silent nod to how sin is commonly overly watched and judged by social opinion, while virtue, even if self-harmful to a person, is commonly very pushed into people's faces while not ever being perceived fully as what it truly is. The last room is of questioning. Consider this the middle of the scale. What holds it all up? These rooms are commonly set to look almost like interview rooms or studios, and can be a spot that almost is guaranteed to have one of the archivist discs around. They're harder to find and more of a hassle to get into, but these rooms allow you better chances to leave questions for the archivist, any questions, that they may be willing to answer. To decide whether or not it answers, I won't fully go into my entire checklist as not entirely spoil that mechanic since it's more the archivists rather than the rooms. But it does have a lot more to do with whether or not it believes the question is of any use creating motion, or it's just generally an interesting question and it doesn't get asked super often. There's like a shit ton of more stuff I could absolutely dive into about this stuff, but this video would be like 30 million minutes long if I did that. So I've tried to cut it down as much as possible to basically the basics of it all. I love yapping about this stuff, and I love integrating this kind of stuff into the mechanics of what I do, and seeing people play into it is really, really fun for me. And I hope to see people do that more, because I love messing with sins and virtues.
Mel, everything's fine. It was nothing really that needed fixing. It's okay.
Okay.
As the one with the... We're good.
As the one with the we're good.
Yeah.
You're really...
I'm really selling it right now.
I would love so much to take comfort in your words. I do not. I'm so sorry.
No, that's very fair.
What was that
you
wording?
seem
Nothing
like you're
good.
very logical and very scene oriented. Does the safe zone look like it's on fire?
Oh my god.
Do people are oh, I'm so sorry.
Incredible,
Oh,
incredible turn of phrase. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Alright.
You can come out, Chris. So sorry.
What is
for being
happening
so
here?
loud.
I don't know.
Oh, no. I was joking about the ramp.
I'm on my way.
Hey, Val! Oh, this is such a lovely evening. What brings you around?
Yeah? Well, the farm is next to your house. Or this house. In particular.
Wow!
I never
had no
noticed.
idea.
Yeah, that's.
And I come here all the time to get food. I know what that says already.
It doesn't say anything. What do you mean? It's just my favorite movie. It's my favorite movie.
I know what it is, Adeline. You can't hide the truth from me.
I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry. No, it's not there. It's not there.
I already saw it. It's too late. You already stepped away.
No. You don't
Adeline,
remember.
it's okay.
No.
Hatsune Miku.
Is appreciated.
Okay, Cal. Now for your second task.
Oh,
What?
alright.
Cal, hit the second tower. Now, time for a game show. Question 1. For your first question, why should I myself?
What? If we get lost, we get lost.
That's the person who died.
What?
Lost.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me.
my
There's a
God.
demon on me. There's a
Tim,
demon.
we need to kill this thing now, Tim.
What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Shoot it, Tim!
I'm trying. I can't see it. I have blindness.
Yeah, oh fuck. Oh no.
It's not taking arrow damage.
I'm gonna keep crawling.
Fucking got it. You fucking pussy. You think you can stand against me, you fucking bitch?
Hey Tim, did you get it?
I'm better than you.
Tim, I need you to pick me
Where
up.
you at?
Follow
can't
the
see
path
anything.
back, I've
Where
got
you
20
at?
seconds. Hey, thanks.
I'm fucking better than that thing.
Nice.
Hey, it doesn't take arrow damage, by the way.
Oh, that's interesting.
Holy shit, I can't believe I had enough thought process to realize that happened. Hey, can I have water or else I'm gonna get one shot?
Oh.
We're about to fucking die. Oh, we need to go. We need to go, dude. I'm scared. I'm scared as fuck. We need to go, please. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. We need to go now. What's laughing at me? Why does it kind of sound like Rose? We need to go now. There's demons.
Hey guys.
Hey guys.
Everything okay? Yeah, everything's
Okay.
fine. Tim got me pregnant.
That is wild. What?
Look, this is our son. You can hold him.
And for the trampoline, we can leave that second one.
Let's see if you can make it down from the first thing, though.
Okay.
Oh, he's on the ground. He's on the ground.
Are we gonna go to the full dimension? See if it still comes out to the bathhouse?
There's a nightmare stalker chasing Chris. Would you like to go to dinner? No. Oh, you tilted your head at me. That's really scary because this is just a mob. It tilted its head at me. I was being funny.
A station?
Sylvia, help! Sylvia, help! I can't get up!
We may need to actually. Oh my god. Can I pick you up? I can't pick you up.
Why am I on
Oh my god,
fire?
we're dying! Okay, hang on!
Why
Get
am
back
I
inside.
on
Get back inside!
fire?
Oh my god!
Help!
What is happening?
Oh god!
You may need to message an admin to change your mind.
Oh my god!
Pansy.
Oh, not that thing.
I'm fine.
Oh, come on.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! Oh! Oh! Oh no!
the-
Oh no!
Ronan,
oh, no.
Ronan, just run, just run.
Run!
Are we the only ones on? Darius! Oh god! Oh god! We're coming, Ronan! We're coming! We're coming, Ronan!
What the Sigma? Wait, can I get you up from here?
We need help!
Is that the freak?
No.
We thought we could take on a hand. We thought we could.
Not a single one of them.
Hey guys, what happened there?
7, 6.
Okay. Oh. Oh. Got it. Okay. Yep. We're gonna just shut the door. We're gonna shut the door.
Stay here.
Oh, I think there's something
Hey.
outside.
There's a lantern there now.
Oh.
What are you doing? Let it in.
No.
No, no, Jimbo.
Love
we
of the
don't-
Lord, Jimbo. No.
Jimbo, we don't let zombies in. They're mean.
How did I get more hearts? What just happened?
Yeah, I have 3 more.
Oh, what is Jimbo? What the fuck?
Jimbo.
I got it.
Why are you like this?
I got it.
Oh, I
I
can't-
see what's out here. Go. You might want to.
Look, there's another one.
Jimbo, for the love of the gods, please.
Yeah, no.
Understood.
You are staying right there, Jimbo.
Just really bad.
I swear.
Oh.
Give them a minute. It's gonna be. Oh. No. No.
Look at him.
No.
He's innocent.
No. That was so fast.
Saw the wheels.
It's okay. Darius will never know.
What?
Boo. No! Close the door. No.
Ah!
Mm-hmm. It's really.
We can cook it,
different.
but for now, if you want to just.
Oh,
cook it, this
do
is
you?
fine.
Were you living there, or was it due to like?
Holy lag! Hold on.
Oh
Wait,
no!
My brain. Ooh, my brain.
No!
No!
Don't They pass out of the heat stroke, guys. We gotta get him into the barn.
Oh, let's lift him.
Oh, that actually.
Oh.
You're back. You're back for the. No!
Oh.
No, look what you did.
Spoke too soon.
Oh,
No!
Oh, ow. I'm drowning.
I got you. Oh, I got you. Quickly get out of the trees. Look into my eyes. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. I got you. I'll catch you. Everything's okay. It's okay. I got you, buddy. Get the water bucket at the ready.
Wait.
Oh,
I think I feel better.
you feel better?
I think I feel better. That worked. I'm staying close to you. From now on.
That was famous last words. That ain't no way. That was famous last words.
Did you get shorter?
Roach has always been short.
I don't think that's the case.
He's just freaking.
Hey, can I have another time?
Hey, can you look into this for a second? Oh.
Hit me again. I think I'm addicted.
Man, you cannot be like, what the fuck, and then.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
Hey, so Dustin,
Minor!
Manly scream. Yes.
I had do not interact in my name. It still interacted.
You just
another one
booked it. It was like Scooby-Doo watching you run past.
Yeah, don't jump back over the barrel.
Which is a stage play from the 1800s. Recently is really funny, and so it was the bit.
Well,
I think I'm okay.
Pebble.
Don't worry, I hired that bench.
Oh, okay.
I was tapped out and not paying attention.
Ending. Who can we raid tonight? Oh, fucking god! Everything hurts. My chest hurts. Too funny. No! No! Why? I haven't set the shuffle. It's set the.
Oh my god.
Here's a hint, Apollo.
Yeah.
I am constructed out of artificial intelligence.
It's you. It's you.
The corner of my eye. Oh my god.
What'd you see?
He scared the shit out of me.
Wait, what'd you see? Pebble's on a tree in the distance. What is Pebble on? He's on a tree in the distance. Hold on, I'm gonna just give him a little spook.
Posing? Dude, I barely noticed him out of the corner of my eye. Did he just land on his head?
Still light it up. Just a little bit. Just every other one.
Like a duck noise.
I got scared. I got scared. Can you forgive me for being scared? I kinda wanna...
Oh yeah, I'm a cat. Oh yeah, I'm a cat. Bam, 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 bam.
I was not expecting that.
I'm a sheep. I said beep.
Hi! I didn't want to say anything to like... I heard you coming around like, oh yeah, I'm a cow. I heard you coming across. It was so silly. But I was like, I'm muted and I'm like, no way they don't notice me. There's no. And then you come around the corner. Oh yeah, I'm a sheep.
You should put it. Do you have a room in the community house?
Not yet. I'm just gonna hold on to him because a certain somebody would have taken him out. He's not down. He's not a pest. He's not a pest. He's a friend. I'm taking my friend with me.
Put it down. Put it down, Sylvia Doe. Put it down.
Wow, full naming.
Is that not her name?
I see how it is. What the? What? What did that do? Wait, that's actually kind of cute though. Wait a minute.
What are you doing?
I don't know, just having some fun.
Are you done yet?
No, I'm far from done. You see, if I can get it right. Okay. Word.
That was such a girlish scream.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'll die on that horse. That was such a girlish scream from you.
Guys. That is not functional. That hurts my heart.
I think it's nice. If you like it, then it's nice.
It's so functional. It has a desk and a place to cook, and that's all that you need.
You put your chest underneath the carpet. You can't even.
Every bitch can't be your son.
Why did Xavier?
Like,
What?
How can you say that to Caldera?
God forbid a bad bitch have hobbies.
God forbid a bad bitch have hobbies.
God forbid a bad bitch has a drinking problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I also have red eyes, Angus, for other reasons, but
You do crack too?
No.
You do crack all the rest too?
No.
Ooh, okay, I'm so back. I'm back, it's fine.
Ecstasy, John.
Why are you gay?
Is there an issue with being gay, brother?
No, but our father will kill you.
I'm gonna ride the dragon.
But our father will.
Excuse me?
What? And
It's whatever.
He's kind of like a little freak who doesn't care. So.
Hello, Tim.
Oh, he wakes.
I spaced back in. Sorry. I had to move a fireplace.
Are you?
How's Freddy's juice going?
Oh,
How's
Freddy's
Freddy's
juicing it all
juice?
over me. It's deep inside me, and I'm feeling it good.
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
Exit everything.
I know you.
I'm quitting Warren as I didn't disagree.